It does not have to be a new year, a new you. It just has to be a healthier you in the new year, you guys. Make sure you check down below in the description box where you can find the links to TLC products, including the ISOT, the Nutriverse, the Life Drops, the Resolution Drops. There's just so many things there to help you in burning fat and staying healthy. There's even the new immune tea, which I'm going to order. So I can't wait to try that. And I hope they get the sea moss back. But I do love the sea moss from Mint and Ocean. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be a commercial. Yes, okay? Get those TLC products from me. And do not forget that my biggest life change has been through Kiara LASHAE, Team LASHAE, ifyoucanmove.com. You guys get cute little outfits from Peja and Amari. You also check out Just Move supplements because she is helping us with the energy. Okay, this is the energy supplement. Love it. Okay, just got my protein. Gonna get me some after I work out. So yeah, y'all, down below in the description box, support. So you guys are always asking me where I get my glasses from. So I thought I would finally give y'all a real little ad, okay? Firmoo, I can't see, bitch. Okay, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. These are my new Firmoo glasses here. Super, super cute, right? They are prescription because I'm like totally blind. And I got these matte ones that I think are really dope. And I felt like they would go good with the fact that I no longer have hair. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you guys can use my link and give me credit and get you some glasses from Firmoo. Come on in. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's up? How y'all doing? Happy 420. Okay. For those of you who partake, you know what I'm saying? Child, these dogs been quiet this whole time. As soon as I start the live, it be like that, but that's okay. That's okay. It's in the background. And I'm doing something new. Okay, this is something new where instead of hey Jaylee, hey Saki, hey Ransom with Ricardo, hey Yonia, hey Asha, hey Precious, hey Empress, hey Brittany, hey Carla, hey Libra the Diva, hey Danielle. Okay, listen, Kind of Famous TV. Hey Nafisa, hey Kenzie, hey Dejeen. Okay, I'm so happy that everybody is here with me. Vera, Tanil, hey, listen. Happy to see everybody here. Listen, I'm also like really, excited when the girls from the panel show up to my videos because that's always fun. Hey, Miss Monet, what's going on? Hey, Denise, S. Collins, Ronika. Okay, Ronika. Quasia. Hey, honey. Okay, listen. So like I was saying, you got to get that roll call. You know what I'm saying? Come and talk to me. Hey, Cherise. Hey, Life of the Shanta. Hey, Jay. Okay, listen. Hey, Tariq. Want to come and say, hey, Purely Terry. Hey, Ash Tuck. Listen, I could go on and on and on, but I just want to, say hey to everybody. Okay. Now, I got up early this morning because it's 4:20 and there are some things going on today that I want to go and enjoy out in the world on this good Tuesday. So I have decided that I am not going to continue to do all of those little separate videos. I'm going to do culmination videos of shows that I feel like it wasn't enough for a whole review, or at least I don't want to do it in that form anymore. So this is Bondy Blue Show, the reality show edition, okay? Or BBS reality show edition. We're going to cover Married to Medicine. We're going to cover Black Ink Crew, and we're going to cover Love, VH1 Couples Retreat, which is Love and Hip Hop. Okay, like at the end of the day, like all of those people are basically from Love and Hip Hop with 2 extra couples that, they just threw in there for good measure, which we appreciate, okay? So yeah, and then for All American 911 and maybe eventually This Is Us, I will do a BBS scripted shows. You know what I'm saying? So you guys come in, hopefully someone who is a moderator will add time codes so they will be available to everyone who is only here for a specific show. But I would really like to kind of just go through them all and get them done. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and start. Okay, without any further ado. So I'm going to go through it and then I'm going to come back to the comments just so we're aware. Now, I want to be clear. I don't care that much about Married to Medicine a little bit, just a little bit, like enough, not enough to go and get screenshots. I'm going to say that it wasn't enough for me to go and get screenshots, but with Black Ink Crew, these are like new show, new seasons coming up or new people or just something that needed description where I felt as if Married to Medicine is pretty self-explanatory. We're only here to talk about a few things. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into what those few things are. Okay. So the beginning of the episode, Toya has carryover. Carrie is all over Toya's bed, which is so weird to me. When I was a teenager, I can remember going over to my girlfriend's uncle and aunt's house, who we used to spend a lot of time with them. Shout out to Delando and Auntie. So she told me, because I was so used to being around my parents never tripped about me being on their bed. I slept in their bed with, what I'm saying, like my people. But when I went by their house, that was probably the first time somebody was like, you don't sit on, no people bed, especially don't put your ass where my, and I sat at the foot of the bed because I'm thinking that's okay. And she was like, no, you don't know where my head may end up in this bed. Your ass don't need to be nowhere my head ends up in this bed, so don't sit on my bed. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not here for you anyway. Okay, but at the same time, from then on, I had like a little bit more of an understanding. Plus, my dad didn't let any and everybody into our bedroom. My mom might want to show y'all, oh, we did this is new, but ultimately, like, no, when company comes over, bedroom doors are closed. So for me, I was like, Toya, if you don't want Carrie all over your bed, pointing out how your husband big and leaving dents and shit, why not make sure that you meet her in common areas of your home instead of entertaining her in your bedroom and then getting upset that she's put her little ass on your pillow? I just felt like that was weird. Shout out to Kiki Culture. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Bondi, my birthday is May 25th, 89. So what we doing, sis? Been we going out of town. Okay, been we going out of town. That's what we doing. Okay, listen, if y'all think it ain't going down, it's going down, bitch. I bought my bathing suit. It's going down. And that was just that's the first one to get me kicked off. But please know, we are either going we're going to Mexico. That's the hope and the prayer is to go to Mexico for my birthday this year and spend like 7 whole days out this bitch. Okay. So I can't wait. And of course I will vlog it. You know what I'm saying? I will spend time maxing and relaxing, but there will be some vloggage for sure. Okay. But either way, let's move on. Toya invites Carrie to DC and she doesn't want to tell Heavenly because she doesn't like Heavenly and she doesn't give a shit about Heavenly. So she's just going to go ahead and invite her. Okay. So we're going to DC. Heavenly is going to make sure that the women do not ruin the trip because it's just so important for Damon, And then they have the private jet, which is, like I said, a theme across the Bravo shows this season. Private jet, private jet, private jet. Carrie and them got on the private jet first. So when Heavenly and Damon got there, she was like, oh, who purse is this? And then she picked it up and she moved it. And I felt like that was the right thing to do. You're too comfortable for someone that I did not invite personally to this situation. And I also felt like, oh my God, private jet, a little bit too small for all of these people. Why would you invite all of these? Like, you invited 2 extra people. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot. It was too many people on that little bitty jet. And then I heard that people put in on it. I'm not sure. But either way, did Lisa Nicole and Carrie put on it? I want to know. Either way, Heavenly, does some stuntation outside the jet. Okay, Nicki Minaj does stuntation outside of jets. So we're not about to act like, people are, look at the new money. She's so excited to be around a jet. It's the last time she'll ever see it. Carrie, Lisa, Nicole, and Toya. And I was just sitting up there like, because y'all bitches got money for private jets like that by yourself? I'm sure. Let Heavenly have her moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I would. I know we're going to take these pictures before we leave this private jet. Yes, we will. This has to be posted to Instagram. Absolutely. Okay, so I was just kind of like, boop. Okay, Heavenly just got 1 million followers on Instagram. This is a business, bitch. Okay, I am posting, and you can stand over there and hate on me, hater. Okay, that's just how I felt about that moment. Thank you for becoming a Patreon, Kendra Harris. So they get on the bus, and Heavenly, gets annoying because she wants to do a Black History game for the best room. Okay, and that's what she wants to do. But ultimately, why is he calling me like I'm not doing a video right now? Like, text me. Like, I'm in the middle of a live lyric. Text me. Anyway, like I was saying, the Black History game for the rooms. Heavenly thought Toya would lose. That's why she was like, oh, the husbands can't help. And it was so the other women who she believes are smarter than the average fifth grader would win, and LaToya would get stuck with the shitty room. I really do believe that that's what the hope and the dream was. But Toya already knew what was up. So her and Eugene was up there putting their minds together and cheating, so to speak. But so what? Okay, they got the blue room. Why you ain't getting people the real world? She was like, you know what? We gonna do whatever the hell I won't do. I'm like, all right, Emily. Okay, but can we talk about Benjamin Banneker? Like, did we not know that Benjamin Banneker constructed DC? Like, Dr. Jackie, where are you getting your history lessons from, dear? Where are you getting those from? Because I'm confused about why you thought it was some Caucasian man. I feel like I've always known that a Black man actually constructed DC, laid out the plans and everything. But back in the day, usually when Black people did things of this nature, they were under somebody else because they were Black. Meaning you don't even have the rights to fully do this. So you have to have a white person who's over you, no matter if they know what the fuck they're doing or not. And then they will go ahead and get he was the original surveyor. Okay. He started it, and then the Black guy came in and finished it. That usually sounds like, about right. He was fucking it up. They had to get somebody who knew what they was doing. Okay, hold up. Let me text my husband. Y'all like the video. Okay. Thank you. All right. So that was just like, why is there confusion about Black history, Dr. Jackie? You're smart. What's happening here? Why wasn't there clarification on that? That annoyed me. So they get to the house. The house is really laid, really nice. Simone fights Eugene for that room. And I think it's hilarious because I feel like they do this every time they go somewhere. Somebody ends up fighting with Simone and Cecil for a room, and they end up rolling around in the bed. I feel like that happened last season when they went on that trip. I can't exactly remember, but it also makes me feel like, who wants to do orgies and we're trying to act like we don't? Because y'all have way too much fun rolling around in the bed with other couples. How many times it's been? I mean, am I the only one? Comment and let me know, because I feel like I'm not the only one. Thank you so much, Chelsea. I appreciate the Cash App, love. Okay. Oh, thank you. A time with Shells. I called Seaworthy, left a detailed voicemail for them to reach out to me. It has been shipped and sent to somewhere else. I will get another and have it sent to my address and then have it sent to your PR. I'm on it, girl. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the effort. Thank you for the 50 that you putting on the super chat. You don't even have to, do all of that. I really appreciate it though, but you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, please don't stress yourself out on my behalf, but I really appreciate the super chat. So, like I said, y'all, is it just me that noticed how much they like to roll around in the bed together? Okay. And last night we was in the bed together, girl. You slept with him. You slept. Anyway, sorry. Movie references. Dinner with Al Sharpton. Dinner with Al Sharpton was cool. Okay. He had his hair slicked back. He had a very nice tailored blue suit on. I was here for it. I believe it was pinstriped, if I'm correct. He looked sharp. Okay. Contessa and Scott were late, and apparently they were having sex, and that is why they were late for the dinner with Al Sharpton. Is that what you guys were doing? Is that what I am to believe? That Contessa and Scott were upstairs bumping nasties, getting it in, and that's why they were late for dinner with DL Sharpton? I mean, I guess. I just kind of felt like, ooh, okay, girl. So yes, they talk about how testing is so important for these folks with less access, Black folks, brown folks, less access to doctors, less access to the testing, less access to vaccines at the beginning, like just so many things that shows that Black people will end up being at the bottom, you know, or in the most danger when it comes to certain things because it has not been embedded in the social system for us to be taken care of, for us to go to the doctor, take care of ourselves. No, we've been conditioned to work ourselves to death and ignore problems until we can't anymore. You know, work until you can't anymore, be hurting until you cannot take it anymore. Like that's what we do to ourselves and we don't even realize it. So yes, Black people, please go to the doctor, go to the dentist. And we're going to get to this in a moment, but being a good dentist is not easy. And I've had enough shitty dentists to know that no, good dentists are not that easy to come by, especially not Black female dentists. But we'll get to that in a moment. Either way, after the testing conversation, they discuss how being Black doctors in the emergency room and coming into contact with racist white people that don't want you to touch them because they think that you're dirty. Right. Me, the doctor. I'm dirty, not you who looks like this with that under your fingernails, because usually there's so much dirt under people's fingernails that feel that way. But either way, it's just hard, you know. And Damon tells a story about how he cared for someone's mother who came in an emergency, and the man, you know, didn't want Damon to help him. But once Damon saved his mama's life, then he won't come in there. Oh, I'm so sorry. And thank you so much. And it's like, you know, that's all great and everything. But I am so tired of Black people having to be superheroes and shit in order for people to not be ignorant. I'm over it. Either decide what you're going to do or get the fuck out of my face. But I'm tired of us having to reach to these, you know, extreme levels of being, you know, just impervious. We always have to be impervious. And that changes your mind. The fact that your old ass mom lives to fight another day, but she raised you to be racist, but I should have saved her. You know, just so much going on in my mind. Sorry. Ben Crump comes later and their conversation, you know, goes on, same thing. But one of the things that I actually wrote in my notes because it made me feel away is how do we know we're going to get past it? Because we feel like we're in the civil rights movement again. It's not as bad, but goddamn, like between pandemic and mass shootings and police that can't stop killing Black people and white people that feel entitled to be physical and do all kind of shit to Black people, and they got us fucked up because we showing up. But either way, like it's so much to go through emotionally all the fucking time, and we feel like we're going through it all the fucking time. So Ben Crump, please tell us, as the lawyer that has defended, you know, Trayvon Martin's family and George Floyd's family, like please explain to us what we gonna do. And he basically says, we will overcome because we always do. And when he said that, honestly, I did feel relief and it made me feel a little bit better. But I also want to say that we are tired. We are tired of having to overcome anything. We are tired. And it's so unfortunate that until people start to kill white people's children or until things get completely out of hand, that's when you're going to want to make changes. Like, why can't we start now knowing that this is some bullshit? We know this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's very upsetting. You know what I'm saying? To hear that we've overcome, but we still have so much more to do. Like, how much have we really overcome? I mean, we have, because you can't really just go around fucking over us, but it's just a lot. You know what I'm saying? Either way, Toya and Anila make their men play tennis right before they go out to give people these shots. And I just kind of felt like, I'm glad that y'all trying to make sure your men are physical, but y'all already be running their men into the damn ground. You mean to tell me they couldn't get a little extra hour or two of sleep before they went out here to you know, fool la la around with all of these people and make sure everybody gets tested? I mean, you never know what's going to happen. They didn't need to be tired when they went out there, but you know, everybody's having a good time, just making observations. So then Carrie, Anila, and Toya are getting their makeup done. I wasn't sure or what they were getting their makeup done for. I'm like, why are y'all not at the rally? I'm confused. Can someone explain it to me? Because I must have missed it. Just saying. They're getting their makeup done. And Carrie says that Contessa in Heavenly told her that because she's more intelligent than Toya and Anila, they would really like for her to come over to their side. And now Toya is pissed and Anila is happy to be her sidekick in this endeavor to, you know, start even more drama with Contessa. And I just kind of feel like, okay, first of all, did they really say that? I saw in a preview that Heavenly said I didn't say it, but I thought it. And I just kind of feel like, what's going on here? Is Carrie really that intelligent? Is she that likable? Like, I need to understand why y'all would say that to her. And then to watch her turn around and go and say that shit to Anila and Toya, which honestly started drama, which we needed because, you know, we were a little, so we needed the extra. But ultimately, the truth of the matter is it was some messy shit. Why would y'all say that? Is she really that smart? And Anila, honey, if it was so easy to be a dentist, can you explain to me why you don't have an MD or a PhD behind your name? If it was so easy, y'all, it's not easy to be a dentist. It's not easy to be a good dentist. I drive 30 minutes to go to a good dentist because I've been with her for years now and I really enjoy her bedside manner. She gets the shit done. She's very quick. And if anything happens and you need her, she will come in on the weekends to make sure that your mouth is okay. So ultimately, I'm going to keep going to my dentist way down yonder. Okay. Unfortunately, she's not black. She is a white lady dentist, but it does not matter to me. She has a whole bunch of black nurses and everything. And I just, you know, still appreciate the energy. Okay. But like I said, you know, it's not that easy. And I'm annoyed that, you know, you throw that out there like that's so easy to do. It's not. It's not even easy being a blogger. It's not even easy doing YouTube like this. Why do you think being a dentist and making sure you're always on top of ever-changing practices? Why, you know, and then like, shouldn't people's mouth be connected to all kind of stuff? Like people die from not properly getting their teeth taken care of, the amount of pain you can go through. Like I was just kind of like, girl, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, you really trying to make yourself, you know, unlikable to us. Okay, so that's it. That's all I got to say about Married to Medicine. Carrie was definitely being messy, but I never liked the wives are so blatantly looked down on because they don't have an MD. I agree. I don't like for anybody to be looked down on because they don't have an MD. And that is, you know, like out of here, like, what does that mean? You have an MD. Does that mean you were happier in your marriage? Does that mean your husband didn't cheat on you? Does that mean you didn't, you know, like there's so many things that we all go through as women, but I don't like that differentiation. But at the same time, Toya is not the best example of a wife that is also not like selfish and annoying and, you know, woe is me, even though nothing is happening to me. Like Toya kind of makes it hard sometimes to like her in their settings because I think everybody's like, bitch, we watch people die and you'll be up in here complaining about helping your kids with their homework. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it does, you know, seem like classism sometimes. And it does seem like, you know, elitism sometimes coming from Contessa and Dr. Jackie. And it would be from Heavenly, except for the fact that Heavenly is so fucking hood that I can't even receive that from her. I can't even receive elitism and classism from Heavenly because she's so damn ignorant. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just can't. Okay, I just can't. But I guess we'll wait till next week to find out if they actually did say that. Are they gonna bring Quad back on the show? Because they keep talking about her. So I wonder if they're gonna bring her and her, you know, ass cheeks back on the show. Does she have anything going on? Like, I think it would have been cool to have her still on the show. And her ex-husband. I just kind of feel like something is missing. And I guess Lisa Nicole and Carrie were the missing link that we needed, but it's just kind of like we couldn't find new girls that was going to bring some energy, like some new energy, some I actually have things going on in my life energy, you know what I'm saying? Some I really want to be on reality TV and showcase. Look, I know some girls down in New Orleans that are doctors and are looking to get out of all them hours, bitch. Okay? So I just kind of feel like they need to cast the, you know what I'm saying, the net wider to look for different people to bring in that, you know, maybe wives of doctors, but that have other expertise. So it's not like, bored bitches that really don't have anything to bring to an intellectual conversation, which is kind of what Toya and Anila can sometimes give. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Toya done with this platform? Nothing. Everybody else has done something in one way or another with this platform, or they're like, Contessa can't keep still and keep getting new jobs over and over and over again because, she's unhappy in her life. And, we've already talked about that. Hey, J. Ray, they dragged Toya in the comments on her interview with the Jasmine brand. Like, the self-entitlement she has is annoying, especially bringing two people on a private jet. Oh, yeah. Her energy is quite annoying. And I saw her interview with the Jasmine brand. Yeah, Toya just kind of irks me. Just real irksome energy, But like I said, y'all, let's go ahead and let's move on from there, because now we have to talk about Black Ink Crew. Yeah. Okay, y'all know I've been with Black Ink Crew all 8 seasons. And to be honest, in the 9th season, I did not know if I was gonna come back, bitch. I did not know if I was going to come back because, to be honest, I didn't know what else they were going to give, because the last few seasons have been a little trash. Okay. And, I also was like, do I really want to see Caesar and his new fiance / girlfriend, act like everything is hunky-dory with their relationship, when I kind of feel like, why would any man really, want to be with a woman that would talk like that about his daughter on social media? Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but that has not escaped my spirit just yet. And that's why it's kind of like, did I even want to deal with this? But the first episode was actually good. There actually was a whodunit, and there's nothing I like more than a whodunit. And then we found out who it was, and I was hurt and disappointed. And so I wanted to come to y'all and talk, because I felt like ultimately it was something to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into my notes. So y'all, all of a sudden, after all these years, Teddy Grams over here, Teddy love the bitches and the bitches love Teddy. Okay, Teddy has a passion for music. Since when? Never heard about it, but he has a passion for music now. Tati. Y'all, what's going on with Tati? Let me move my notes out the way. Tati looked a little weird. I don't know if it was the ponytail, the wig. Like, I don't know what's going on. Everybody's wigs are a little suspect. Because even Donna's wig, like Donna, the bang doesn't look like it's actually attached to your head. It looks like it's attached to the ponytail. And all of those things are only connected to your head with wire, not with, scalp. You know what I'm saying? Like, not with nettage. Like, I don't know what's going on. But that ponytail was bothersome to me. Anyway, so like I was saying, Ted comes out of nowhere with a passion for music. Tati bought a 7-bedroom house, I'm assuming when she thought she would be getting another check from Black Ink Crew in order to keep it up. But either way, I still feel like I like the fact that her whole thing was to get a place for her family to live, so that her family could have somewhere to lay their head, so they wouldn't be out here in the streets. And to watch her hustle to keep this house, she's training people. She is, doing hair. Like, she's doing whatever she has to do in order to keep her and her family in that house. And honestly, I had mad respect for that, just to tell you the truth. But she said she doesn't want to go back to Black Ink because she is no longer negative Nancy ass Tati. And I just kind of feel like, okay, girl, it's only the first episode. I'ma see, because you did the most in the last few seasons, for real. Like, you was fighting and fucking. That's all you did. So I'm interested to find out if she's still gonna be fighting and fucking. So y'all, Alex and Donna, I don't have a little screenshot of Alex, but you don't need it. Like, we all know that we'll see him eventually, and all we really care about is Donna for the most part. Like, they cute together, but Donna is the entertainment. Okay. So Donna, realizing that she's not that good of a tattoo artist, has decided to go into CBD infused dishes and shit, juices and all kind of stuff. I was like, okay, Donna, I like that. I like the creativity that people have had to have during this pandemic in order to make sure their coinage is still, available. So I was like, okay, Donna, I'm not mad at that, because you weren't that great of a tattoo artist. So finding your calling elsewhere, I like that. Okay. So hold up, new set of screenshots, like the video. So C's calls everybody back, okay, to get this check. And everybody's acting like they don't want to be there, but they all show up to get this check, except for Puma, who has a new baby, I believe. I think him and Kwani just had a baby not too long ago. So he didn't want to put himself in harm's way because based off social media, a lot of these people have been doing way too fucking much, meaning y'all have been putting y'all selves around the COVID. And I will not allow for y'all to put me and my baby and my lungs around said the COVID. Thank you, Life with Deshunta, for becoming a Patreon. I appreciate that, love. So, y'all, I put the pictures of these two people, Crystal and whatever this dude's name is in the middle. I always forget his name, but they came back too. So I just wanted to tell y'all that. They came back too. Okay. But ultimately, the conversation is that Brooklyn has now become the flagship shop because 113th closed down because 113th is gentrifying and probably did not want to release that building to season them. Okay. So Alex says in order for him to come back, he wants to be a headliner. Okay, he want to be a head tattoo artist up in here, a lead tattoo artist, because he said he is better than Young Bae. Young Bae is nowhere to be found, but she'll be there eventually. Okay, we saw her in the previews. He thinks he can tattoo better than Young Bae. I don't know about that. I would love to see a tattoo off though. Donna, without saying it, is asking for C's to support and help advertise her CBD business, but she never specifically said that. So he didn't know what the hell she was talking about when she kept saying, I just want you to support, what I got going on. I just want you to uplift what I got going on. But she tells him she doesn't want a tattoo. And he's like, well, you don't need to work here then. But she wants to set up her CBD station in the shop. And we all know that Donna is shits and giggles, fighting and fucking shits and giggles. So she's definitely going to be on the show. So y'all gonna let her put her little CBD juices in the building and stop fronting like you ain't know. You gonna let her do whatever it is she needs to do so that she's not misspelling tattoos, but still there to be with the shits and make her little check. Okay. Walt, has been going through it. They talked about how Walt and his old lady been having a hard time ever since the pandemic happened because they've been kind of forced to be together, all the time in a way that they were not prepared for when they initially got married. And it's been tough on them. Walt has been focusing on his photography and his comedy, but something tells me that Walt has some issues. And I remember Walt had a drinking problem. I am now wondering if drinking is all that he's doing, if that is the only problem, because something feels drug-ish about Walt's energy and the way shit is going down. But he says he wants nights off, and everybody, got all of these different parameters and shit that they need put in place before they come back. When the truth of the matter is, y'all done already packed the bag and flew down here. Okay, y'all done already packed the bag and flew down here. You gonna come in this bit and do what you gotta do. Okay, ultimately, everybody is gonna come back to the shop now. Donna caught a vibe, y'all. Donna caught a vibe off Walt. Apparently, they've remained very close, and she just feels like something is wrong. So we'll get back to that in a moment. So they're doing free tattoos for essential workers, which was cool. All right. And C's tells everybody about that. Y'all like the video, please? Places to add ads. Okay, let's go ahead and let me see what's the next one. Okay, let's go here. So Puma and Ted meet up. Puma and I have the same glasses. I'm not wearing them, but I have glasses that are just like that. Anyway, he looks really nice. So Puma and Ted meet up. And the thing that annoyed me is Ted asking why Puma had a mask and a shield on. And then when he took his mask off, why you still have a shield on? Like, because we're in a public place and I don't trust that everybody in here is breathing COVID-free air. Okay. I don't trust it. That's why I just don't like when people question other folks for wearing masks as if folks aren't out here dying. Like, stop doing that. Either way, they video chat with C's, and apparently somebody broke into 125th, which has a whole bunch of cameras and a whole lockdown key involved system, which means it was an inside job. Who done it? Guess what? They think it's Walt. And I was just kind of like, damn. it's first of all, it was because Walt was there during that time. But also it's just kind of like you looking do they know? Like I feel like they kind of have an idea that Walt might be doing something other than drinking. I don't want to put that out there if that's not true, but that's what I felt. Anyway, they said that somebody stole like actual gold that they had in there. Like I don't know what the gold was, bitch, but they had gold in there somewhere. And they had $5,000 in the cash register, which if it was the end of the night, somebody should have took that money out of the cash register, but it wasn't. Walt literally kind of left the door unlocked and walked out. So whoever went in there and got the shit, whether it was him or somebody else, he was a part of it. So then Walt and Donna meet up, okay? And she expresses to him that she's upset with him. You missed my birthday and then you didn't even call, and it was a RSVP for her CBD infused dishes, you know, kind of dinner party situation. So she felt the way that he didn't show up and he didn't call, which is something else that feels like, okay, drug-ish was going on here, Walt. Don't make me cry. Y'all know I have an affinity for Walt, so I don't like to hear shit like this. Like, I don't like to feel that this is what's going on with him because he's always going through something, and it's just it can be a real, you know, downer when Walt is going through one of his moments. But he does apologize to her, but she lets us know that he borrowed some money from her and he hasn't paid it back yet. And so she felt like he didn't show up because he was ducking and dodging her, which is probably exactly what was going on, even though he says that's not what was going on. That's probably what was going on. So they have the little thing for the essential workers. They tattoo them. We hear stories about people who have worked. Crystal lost family members and friends. Somebody committed suicide during this time. So we're just hearing about all of the loss that everybody has been going through while they're getting tattoos to commemorate the deaths or commemorate the people or the moments or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those sentimental moments that I don't want to stay on too long, but y'all get the gist. Okay. So then, okay, hold up. We got another set of screenshots. So then C's shows up to the shop. Okay. He didn't know about your girl's CBD business. He didn't know about Donna's CBD business. And now he's acting upset about it. Talking about, I didn't even know that Donna could spell CBD. I'm like, okay. Like, first of all, you the one that should have put something in place to make sure that that didn't happen again after oh shit spelled something wrong. Okay. Like, I get it, but you still employing people that don't know how to spell or do word check. But anyway, you employed a bit. Okay. You employed more than just her that can't spell. So when you gonna blame yourself? Never mind. Anyway, so Teddy gets the surveillance video, you guys, from the other places surrounding 125th. And this is when they see the person going in and out of the shop, taking shit and walking out. And it does look like Walt. And Walt comes in and he like, son, this look like you? Is this you? He was like, no, that's not me. I wanted to talk to you. I did take the money out of the cash register. I thought I was going to be able to put it back before y'all noticed that it was gone, and I didn't. So you stole $5,000 from the cash register. Did that happen at the same time that the gold and shit was missing? Either way, he had something to do with it, and he admitted it. I'm like, really, Walt? This where we at with it, my dude? You borrowing money from Donna. God knows how much money you probably didn't got from your wife. Like, what is going on? I'm trying to understand. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say I'm trying to understand is because, like, I always say, what are y'all doing on this show? What are y'all doing on this show if y'all are not figuring out a way to have a income without the show? What are you doing? And this is so upsetting after 9 seasons to see him in this cycle, of I'm trying to get my shit together. I'm working on something. I'm drinking. I'm drugging maybe. I'm fucked up. I need help. I'm fucking up. I'm living flaw. Like, we just keep going through this cycle with Walt, and it's starting to get really, really annoying to me. And it's starting to make me feel like, nigga, you need rehab for real. You need rehab like Richard. No, I'm sorry. Oh, shit needed rehab and came out as Richard. You need some rehab or something very, very serious and extensive therapy, Walt, because I don't want you to hurt yourself. I don't want you to be one of these people that's like eventually some bum ass dude that has lost every good thing in his life because he can't pull it together and, you know, put his own self-interest ahead of his demons or ahead of his selfish impulses to, you know, kind of lull whatever insecurities, pain, or fear he's going through. You are with a woman who is coming to the table with her own bag, I'm sure. So stop acting like you're the only one responsible. Your baby mothers also are the ones that are primarily responsible for your kids. So I'm trying to understand what you're doing with your money and why you haven't parlayed any of these other businesses or situations into something for yourself that you don't have to steal from your fucking people. From the people that's always there for you, giving you an opportunity to do more and do better and not just be another nigga sitting outside with a bottle in his hand, because sometimes that's what you look like. You look like the nigga sitting outside the corner store with a bottle in his hand, okay? Love and hurting and shit in your eye. Y'all remember Jason's lyric? Just sitting in front of the damn store in the rain singing for no goddamn reason, okay? With a brown paper bag and a bucket hat, okay? With a beard, making everybody sad, okay? So I want Walt to get his life together. But this situation, him stealing like this, how you thought you was going to be able to put $5,000 back? I don't understand. So yeah, y'all. Even C's pointed out how skinny he looked. He was like, he the skinniest person I didn't see coming out the pandemic. And I'm like, no, he is not. But whatever. Okay, listen. My first thought was Jason's lyric. Tina, you know we be here, girl. All right. But yes, that's what's going on with Black Ink Crew. Definitely enough, you know, to review in this format, which I am enjoying. Okay, so now that we've talked about that and why I decided to actually review it in the first place, let's move on to couples therapy. Okay, can y'all like the video before we get into the very last show of the video? The very last, you know, breakdown of the video. Let me drink my tantric turmeric beet. You know, it's how it feels. It's how it feels. Okay, did not mean to mute myself. Are we liking the video? Did we do that? Couples therapy at the 44-minute mark. Yes, bitch. Oh, okay. Yes, we're ready. We're ready. Okay. So, y'all, Yandy and Mendices are the lead couple on VH1's Couple Retreat. Okay. I just want to say I'm glad that Lyric isn't here so that I can express to you guys how much I enjoy seeing Mendices on my timeline for like the upteen time. In case y'all did not know, I follow Mendices on Instagram, and he makes videos about absolutely nothing. Like he'll be out there like, yeah, you know, about to go get a drinky drink. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll be like, you know, we're about to take the kids somewhere and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? He'll, you know, do like a little minute video just telling you what he about to do with his day. And it's just the best thing on my timeline sometimes. Okay. Like as soon as I see him, I'm like, oh, look at Mendices. He's so nice looking, you guys. Like it's amazing. But yes, Mendices and Yandy are the head of the show. They need some adult alone time. They need to catch up on the time he spent in prison and wasn't able to get to those yams. We know this. They talked about this on the last VH1 show. They needed time together, but Judy showed up. This show gives them an opportunity to have that time without parental figures around, like Judy, okay? But yes, hold up, wait. Look at Ray and Frankie. Is that the next couple? No. The next couple is, wait, here it is. Michael Blackson and Miss Rada. I think that's her name. She's Cambodian. They have somewhat of a open relationship. Michael Blackson is a hoe, from what I understand. And they have a relationship to, you know, to where they like orgies, and she brings in and he brings in other women, and they actually have had some issues. We're going to get to that. And it's like, well, if you have an open relationship, why you got issues? Child, we'll talk about it. So also, Of course, Kirk and Rashida. Okay, type of girl you want to chew while on my bubble gum. Kirk and Rashida are the OG Atlanta couple. And when they got there, it was kind of annoying to me that they kept saying how Michael Blackson and Miss Rada would make beautiful babies. I was like, everybody here would make beautiful babies because everybody is a beautiful couple. Okay. Like, we've already seen Yandy and Mendices make beautiful babies. We've already seen Ray J and Prinky make beautiful babies. That's the only good thing they do together. Y'all have made beautiful babies, okay? That little one, Carter, is adorable, okay? And the other two, you know, they ain't got no kids. But it's just annoying to me that because she's Cambodian, that was the first thing that they kept saying over and over again. I'm like, fucking stop, okay? Her being Asian and him being, you know, the darkest of black people does not necessarily mean the child gonna come out attractive, even though it's more so because I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, I'm not gonna say it, y'all. I'm gonna let it go. But we all know how there are two types of people that can come together and make a beautiful child. And sometimes there are two beautiful people that can come together and make a, you know what? We're gonna move on. Thank you, Deja Bragg, for the super chat. I can't wait for these impressions. Child, I was trying to get into them. Hey, Summer Lauderdale, thank you for the super chat. Oh my effing God, I'm late. I was binge watching your Married at First Sight reviews because I started watching after last week's Ladies First panel. Honey, anyone who love you, sorry I'm late. Oh, thank you so much. I know it's such a good show. Thank you for catching up. And thank you for supporting the Ladies First panel, which we do every Thursday on rotating channels. Okay. Yes, I love the Ladies First panel. So me and Jay Lee were like in the DMs one day, and I was like, Jay Lee, I really think we should do something together because I know she reviewed Married at First Sight, and I think Niecy reviewed it as well. I wasn't sure about Jamie, but you know, I had come into contact with them, and I knew that they would want to do, you know, panels a little bit more often than my girls Ashley and Roxanne, which is like pulling teeth to get them to want to do something. Okay, like it's just how it is. I love them all the same. Okay, but you know, because we had already done Scotty's panel together, I was like, we work well together. We're already viewing Married at First Sight. I really enjoy you guys. Let's try to do this together. So me and Jay Lee talked, and, you know, we was like, you know what? Let's do rotating channels. You know, that way it's not always on one person. And that way, if it's on your channel, you don't have to do double the work. Like, we had a whole conversation, okay, about pulling the Ladies First panel together, okay? Just so everybody is clear on how that came about. Okay, I did not leave Scotty's channel. I'm just taking a break because all these shows started to come on. I had some other things going on, and you know, it was just a lot trying to get all of that done. I need to do shit over here, and as y'all see, 4 shows last night to make notes for. I did not have time, but I will be back for the reunion show. But I did not quit. But yeah, you know, y'all make sure y'all come and support the Ladies First panel on Thursday nights. We have a ball, okay? But let's go ahead and move it all on, because we got other couples to talk about besides, you know, the annoyance between, you know, Michael and Miss Ryder having pretty babies. So then Delicious and Raymond, okay? They get there. Apparently, she and Michael Blackson have a friendship. They were really cool. They did a movie together. And when Michael Blackson came over to show her the movie that they had done together, her husband at the time tried to beat Michael Blackson's ass and threw him down some stairs. So now we don't have that issue. You know what I'm saying? Because Raymond isn't that type of guy. But I think this is a good set of couples. I really like Delicious. I like her and Raymond's Instagram post. They're cute together. I don't know much about Michael Blackson and Miss Rada. That's fine with me. Child, I'm tired of Ray J and Princess. I honestly don't understand why they're still together. Their relationship has never been that great. It just hasn't. Rashida and Kirk, child. I'm just tired of them. And of course, I love Yandy and Mendices. I think they're great, you know. So I want to, you know, see them work it out. But let's go ahead and get into the actual episode now that we've discussed the couples. So Ray J and Prinky, y'all, he says, we made 2 special human beings, but the relationship is a little rough right now. You know what I'm saying? And Princess says that he's a pain in the ass. Okay. And he recently filed for divorce again. Y'all, I can't keep track of how many times they filed for divorce on one another without telling the other person. Okay. But Yandy put this trip together, and, you know, Ray J feels like it's because she knows we need help. You know what I'm saying? Yes, y'all do need help because they go to their room. And, you know, first of all, they have separate rooms. So they go to look at their separate rooms. And he tried to, like, you know, get on top of her like he playing. And she was like, no, you don't get that anymore. Like, get up off of me. And then he goes into the passive aggressive bullshit, y'all. Y'all see this face he made, right? Now you gonna hump this lady, and then she gonna tell you no, and now you gonna get mad like, okay, so, you know, you throwing shots. Are we gonna be good? Because she was like, no, not the way you be out here slang danging your dick on everybody. Don't put your dick on my thigh. I don't know what that's been. COVID, pandemic, back up off me. Okay, STD, son. I don't know what you've been doing. I know how you get down, though. You ain't been getting it from me, so I know you've been getting it from somewhere. Get off me. That's how she felt about Ray J in that moment. Ray J was like, okay, so what we gonna do? Like, are you gonna be on one the whole trip? Or we gonna have a good, like, what we gonna do? And it's like, don't ask me what we gonna do. Then you tell me what we gonna do. Y'all, I'm tired of Ray J. Ray J is gonna be the Martell Holt of this situation, and I can already tell. Thank you so much, Life for the Shunta, for the super chat. Hey, Bondy. Finally said patient. Yes, I saw it. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. And I'm glad that y'all are motivated by my workouts. I really just be trying to show y'all what I got going on, because I be working horror, girl. And I think that watching other people's like transformations kind of push me to do it as well. But thank you, Kashay, for becoming a member. Look, I'm hoping that I said it correctly. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. All right, we're good. We're liking the video. All right, and we're moving on. So, what's next? Y'all, Rashida and Kirk thinking that they're there to help the other couples is hilarious to me. Like, y'all are not there to help the other couples. Y'all are there because y'all need help too. I don't understand where you got that from. Like, y'all just coming off a baby, another bitch, she take, like, girl, it ain't even been that long. How old is that other baby? 2 or 3, like 4 at the point? Like, I just kind of feel like Kirk and Rashida go through something every year that they're on Love and Hip Hop. What's the tribulation this time? Because I know Kurt is going through a midlife crisis because he's coloring his scalp. But anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Whatever. So Delicious and Raymond are newlyweds. Come to find out, Delicious got pregnant right after they got married and had a miscarriage. So it's been very difficult dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, that's sad. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to hear that, especially when y'all just got married. Y'all are on this high note and then that happens. Unfortunate. All right, y'all. Sorry for that. Michael and Miss Rada, like I said, they just got back together. And apparently, like I said, they both like a side chick. They both like to bring other girls into the situation. They like orgies and all of that. But Michael Blackson likes to bring in just any old big booty bitch off the street. And Miss Rada is like, no, I didn't like this one chick that he brought around, and he kept bringing her around. So we stopped talking for a while, and we just not getting back together. I was just like, oh, okay. She said she wanted classy girls. Okay. He was like, you pick the ones with little bitty asses. You know what I'm saying? Him going back and forth between his real accent and the African one that he's always portraying for everybody is hilarious. It's like, dude, we know that's not your accent. Like when he said he was from West Africa, I was like, you mean like everybody that's black that's in this country right now for the most part? Never mind. Anyway, so Kirk and Ray J talk. Apparently, he sees a lot of himself in Ray J. I'm sure it's about the cheating though. Like that's what you see inside of Ray J that you also see inside yourself, cheatation, being a fuckboy, being a Martell Holt type Nick. Anyway, so Ray J tells Kirk that he found some lingerie in Prinky's bag. Okay, it was like kind of like out a little bit, so he had to see. So he went and he saw it. He like, I haven't seen her wear lingerie in like a year or so. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what she got lingerie for? And Kirk was like, well, maybe she bought it for this trip, and instead of putting it in like a little extra bag, she just kind of threw it in her bag. Maybe it was for, this trip or whatever. She wanted to change her clothes when she got here, man. I don't know, like whatever it is. And they just kind of laugh it off. And the reason why Ray J hasn't said anything is because y'all are getting a divorce. And you fucking other people. Ray J. Child. Ray J don't get out of my face. With this in the bullshit. So, huh?
You trying to fuck Carly, dog.
He was trying to fuck Carly Red's daughter at the last Love and Hip Hop situation. So it's just kind of like, sir, who knows what's going on in between time. So y'all, they have this Black Love dinner, which I think is so funny because Miss Rada is not Black. So it's kind of awkward. Like, why are we calling it that? We could have called this something else, but I get it. She's of color. It's fine. Cambodian people are like the brownest Asian people. Just saying, they be the same color as you, but won't be racist. Cut it out. Anyway, Michael has everybody, first of all, let me say this. Everybody had to dress in a certain theme to their relationship. That was a part of the dinner. So Michael is dressed with this cheetah on his back because he's a cheater. And Miss Rada is wearing cheetah print. And I was just kind of like, you agreed to that. Okay. Ray J gets really excited when he hears about them inviting other women into the relationship because they discussed this at the table. And he's like, Michael Blackson is a real rock star. And I'm just kind of like, here's the thing. Michael Blackson is not a fucking rock star. He is an asshole enough to be honest about what he's going to do and how he's going to live his life. And because there are a lot of women that are, for one, okay with that, especially if they get to partake, we doing this together, then they're okay with it, okay? And then there are other women that just don't mind dealing with that type of shit because of what they get in return, the lifestyle, whatever, whatever Michael Blackson can provide, because I don't know what that is, but I'm just saying, he doing better than me. But that does not make him a real rock star just because he's an asshole enough to be honest about what he out here doing. Okay. Because Ray J, you could have found you a woman that would have been okay with what you was out here doing, but you steadfast on being with Prinky, even though I don't understand why. I just don't. And then Kirk says that Rashida should be happy that she doesn't have a Michael Blackson. And I said, no. Michael Blackson is honest. You're a liar. There's a difference. Like, I know we want to act like, first of all, Ray J's face. Ray J's many faces throughout this dinner were hilarious. Okay. But I feel like I wouldn't want to deal with Michael Blackson, but his old lady know what it's hitting for, which is not the same thing as you being a complete liar and cheating on your wife of 20 years over and over again to the point where you eventually got some random stripper bitch pregnant. Like, it's not the same thing. Rashida probably would have done better off with a man like Michael Blackson because at least he was being honest with her. Unlike you that lies and acts like y'all are great and blindsides her with huge life changes that she can't get rid of like a baby. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God, y'all. Kirk works on my nerves. Anyway, okay, Ray J says that he wore black because love will put you in a black hole and you'll be blind trying to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? But I love Princess, I love her and I'm black. So that's what I'm wearing. And to me, Prinky was wearing red because Prinky is on the verge of stab with Ray J at any moment. And I thought it was hilarious when Mendices was like, well, that's interesting. Like, yo, if Mendices is going to be the common sense comic relief, I am going to live. Because I feel like I don't know how Ray J is going to continue to be the comic relief if he's going to bitch up like this every time he's confronted with the realization of his own bullshit, which I blame on his parents. Thank you so much, Tina Marie, for the super chat. Thank you for the tides. You should go look at Michael X Georgia Rain with her fine chocolate self to see how bad he fell off. Oh, I'm not surprised, but that just goes to show that everybody is not going to deal with that. We're going to move on like Maya. Whose jaws are these? Not mine, I'm out. Okay, listen, makeup songs. AJ Johnson. Yo, the preview for the rest of the season with AJ Johnson showing them the choreography from House Party, the first one. Like, I was like, bitch, do you cook good or do you read or itch your brain like wood? Do you have sex or do you make love? Do you give it? Do you take love? Will you beat mine? Mine? Back up a wick whack line. I'm sorry, ain't my type of height. Yeah, right. I got right. So tight. Yeah, you don't know the words, but it's full force. You know what it is. Hands are up in the sky. Oh, why you wanna mess around with so many guys? I'm sorry, y'all. It's the best part of the movie. So we can look. I'm sorry, y'all, but I love AJ Johnson. First of all, not only is AJ Johnson in excellent shape, but AJ Johnson has been first. If anybody knows her history, they know how extremely intelligent she is, how smart she is, and how she's a very determined person. Okay. She is more than Jodie's mama from Baby Boy. And y'all will not disrespect this lady in this manner. Okay. I've watched AJ Johnson over the years, over social media, doing several different shows. And she is a self-help expert. She helps people, training with their emotional, their mental, getting themselves together, getting a regimen, working out. Like, she helps self-improve other celebrities as well. So it's not like this is the first time she's done this or been on a show like this. AJ is in her 60s and looks good. Her 60s, bitch. Okay? She's amazing. I love her. I follow her on Instagram. But yes, she comes in because she's supposed to be a part of the helping of the couples. And we've always talked about how these shows are great, but a lot of these people need therapy or life coaches or help of some nature with their emotional, mental, and their, verbalization of conversation, emotions, and feelings in their interpersonal relationships, using a lot of big words. But you know what I'm saying, okay? She helps y'all figure out y'all shit, okay? And Kirk, with his hair painted on, decided to undercut AJ's expertise by saying he know her as the mama from Baby Boy, but he don't want her opinion on his marriage. And then Ray J was like, I don't care what nobody got to say except for me and Princess. And I'm like, dude, you don't even care what Princess got to say. Okay, fuck out of here with that. So she tells them to go back to their rooms, change into workout clothes, and come back in 30 minutes. Everybody thought they were going to bed after this, so they were like hemming and hawing about the shit. And then when they return, pull up, AJ is standing outside like Scar from The Lion King. Okay, like just veering into the soul, just eyes on glaze, eyes on ice. Okay, and Rashida is the first person to speak. Okay, and she complains about everything being work all the time with no downtime between she and Kirk. Okay. And Kirk goes on and on about how he feels like he can't stop working. They have businesses. It's been the pandemic. They have the issues with the family. His oldest son, Kirk Jr., got arrested. I just kind of feel like Kirk Jr. is almost 30 years old. Let him pay for his own mistakes. That doesn't need to be a place of, I can't take a vacation with my wife and my younger kids because my grown ass son is making bad decisions. Okay. Just saying, because I'm like, how many seasons of Love and Hip Hop are we gonna use that as a reason for something, Kirk? Because I'm just saying, he mentions that often. Thank you, Baby Hustler, for the super chat. You look cute today, showing love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, but he still brings it back to the business, and it's like Rashida needs for you to be a husband, but I think that's hard for Kirk because Kirk is daddy. Kirk is daddy and sees Rashida as, his little worker bee that's just supposed to do whatever he needs her to do. I don't feel like a lot of things about their relationship shows that he has a lot of care for Rashida and what Rashida needs. It's what everybody needs and what he needs. But the truth of the matter is, if you wasn't out here letting off in random stripper bitches with no condoms, maybe you wouldn't have so many stresses in your family, because you wouldn't have the extra baby that's only like a year or two difference from you and Rashida's youngest baby. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, get my mouth together. Okay. That's because Kirk only see Rashida as a business partner, not as a wife. That's another thing. Like, Rashida, is this nigga with you because he really love you, or is because he feels like he can't really make a living without you? Because that feels like a lot of y'all relationship. Him using you as a way to, keep his money coming in. I'm just saying. Anyway, so y'all, Ray J is standing behind Princess. I'm like, why is he standing behind Princess like this, y'all? What's wrong with Ray J? Okay. And basically they discuss how they never been on the same page. It's like, yeah, we know y'all ain't never been on the same page. We know. I'm just saying, we absolutely know they've never been on the same page because we've been watching their relationship this entire time. I'm sorry, y'all. Can we rewind right quick? Because I forgot about the dinner that they had where they played that shot game in Delicious, and Raymond didn't know anything about each other, but Princess and Ray J actually win the game. And I was like, that's because they're good at playing games, and all of their relationship for the most part has been on reality TV. All they have to do is sign up for CBS app, which is Paramount now, and go and sit down and watch themselves for a good, 6 seasons of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. It has the beginning of their relationship for the most part up to now, up to babies and marriage, and never ever being in a good, solid place in their marriage or their relationship the entire time they've been together. I don't understand it. Okay. That's the one part that I had missed. So let's slide back down to, we standing outside in this boot camp like forum trying to see what the issues are in each relationship. And Ray J and Princess, I feel like we can't even find out what the issue is because it's so much bullshit going on. It's so much blaming. It's so much, oh, I didn't do this. I only did that because she did this. Like, it's just stupid at this point. But they claim the love is there. And I'm like, is the love there, or are you forever attracted to Prinky? And you like the fact that this beautiful woman has your children. She likes being a kept woman, but it's also not a happy life for her because he's not really home to keep her. He might be paying for shit, but he's not a part of the day-to-day. And now you have 2 babies to take care of. Yes, a nice house and all of that, but I don't think anybody signs up to do that shit by themselves. And she often feels like he can just walk away and leave whenever he feels like it, go fuck anybody, disrespect her, and she just has to be at the house waiting on him to come back whenever he sees fit. Well, that's kind of what you signed up for, because that's what he did to you before y'all got married. He would lock you up in the fucking house and then go and do what he wanted to do until he came back. And y'all have fought and argued and got back together over and over again, but y'all continuously do the same thing. And like I said, I blame his parents because I feel like because the limelight was on Brandy, also because a lot of Black people tend to be harder on their girl children than their boy children. They allow their boy children to just kind of do whatever. I feel like they allowed them to feel like they don't have to come to the table in the same way their girl children do. And that's what we see with Ray J. Ray J has been babied. Ray J has been, basically kept on a tit for too long because he wasn't the big deal like Brandy was. So I feel like they were making all kind of allowances for the fact that Ray J was the younger sibling that wasn't as big as his bigger sibling on top of the boy-girl thing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving along. So they go arguing once again, okay, about the divorce thing. But Prinky mentions that they don't have sex. Miss Ryder said, that's so sad. I said, girl, I know. What are y'all doing? Are y'all only fucking when y'all have the children? Like, what is going on? I know. I saw some of the conversation in the Discord. It was a lot, but I was going through it, you know what I'm saying, last night, because I was making notes for everything. And then I got in there and saw that y'all had been talking about it. But yeah, Ray J is definitely showing up like a spoiled ass brat. Okay. AJ asks what Ray wants out of the situation. He says, I just want Princess to be happy. Nobody believes him. Because if you wanted Princess to be happy, it should be as simple as stop cheating, stop leaving her alone with y'all kids all the fucking time. But you can't seem to do that. So it's not about her happiness. It's about yours. So what's going to make you happy? Ray J, do you really want to be with Princess? That's the real question, because I feel like it always goes back to the kids. Fuck that. Do you want to be married in a partnership in love with this bitch? Talk to us. Because something makes me feel like Ray J got a side chick that nobody knows about that he really, really like, but he knows he can't be with. Something makes me feel like there's something out there that keeps Ray J from being 100% in the household with Prinky. And I don't know what it is, but I just feel like he's really good at hiding it at this point. Okay. He walks away because he can't deal with the directness that AJ's coming at him with. He never can. You know what I'm saying? But he starts going off about all the things he can say about Princess. Like, you know, oh, she does this and she does that. He's so upset that she mentioned that they don't have sex. Something should have been kept between the two of us. Boy, please. Now, after all these years of being on a reality show with your relationship and documenting it this entire time, now you want to have something that's just for y'all because she didn't put it out there that y'all not fucking, which makes you look lackluster. But I want to tell you that your posture this entire episode lets us know that you're not fucking her and that you feel beat down by her, which is also a part of the issue. You know, Princess will beat you down with her eyes and her words. Okay, stab, stab, stab. But Ray J tap dances on nerves, y'all. Tap dances on nerves, okay? I think they both know Ray J has another woman. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Once you had Whitney, how can anyone else compare? Questions all. Okay, questions all. But yeah, y'all, that was basically how it all went down. I think I'm going to continue to do the videos in this, you know, in this way. Okay. And I'm going to be coming back at 3, I believe. It's 3, right? I'm coming back at 3. It's either 3 or 3:30, child. It's probably 3. But I'm coming back at 3 so that we can talk about All American and 911, which I know is not all of you guys' cup of tea, but a lot of you guys do watch it. So I hope to see you guys in that video as well, which will be up, like I said, at 3 right after this one. But I enjoyed the shows. Okay, I enjoyed Black Ink Crew. I enjoyed, the couples retreat, and Married to Medicine was okay, but it's gonna get better. And I still want to do it in this kind of format. Thank you for saying format, because I kept wanting to say platform and that's not what I meant. Thank you for the word. Format. Thank you. So yes, that's what we'll be doing from now on. And this is the first episode of 2 of these shows. So I had to go through the couples and what's going on with them and all of that. I think it won't be as much. So this video won't be as long next week, maybe, but it is 3 videos in 1 hour and 13 minutes, so to speak. So, you're getting your bang for your buck. So yes, time codes, please. Somebody leave them in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all will be back for the next one.